Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 6. In Lesson 5, we talked about Google Love.
Aww.
Today, we're going to talk about Linking 101. It's really important to get more juice to your site, so we're going to teach you the basics that you need to know to get moving on that topic.
As we discussed yesterday, links are almost everything. Not everything, but almost everything. So we need to really strategize about how to get them. This, in many ways, is the heart of search engine optimization. It's also, in many ways, sometimes the hardest. But there is ways that you can go about this that are going to give you the best bang for your buck. First of all, we need to understand how to make a link. A link uses an A tag that's wrapped around your anchor text and has src equals, and then in quotes, your URL.
You don't need to worry about all that technical stuff because we're going to make it really easy for you, so don't worry.
And all you really need to do is on this page where this video is, if you're on YouTube, you might need to click the link to get to the page that this is sourced from. But on this page, you have a link producer. So just put the keyword in and the URL of your site, and it'll give you the exact text that you need to make that link.
Because as we said in the last lesson, Google loves when your link says your keyword and not just click here.
So the question is, where should we put it, and how do we get it there? There's really 3 levels that we like to discuss in terms of how complicated creating links are. For this course, we're going to focus on Lesson 1 and a bit on Level 1, link production, and Level 2 for link production. Level 3, link production, if you're really good, go for it, but I'm not sure you need this course if you're Level 3. But you can also take more advanced courses to learn Level 3 in a future date. So what are the levels? Level 1 gives you the least amount of juice, but it's a good way to start. So for today's homework, you're going to want to do Level 1. Which is finding the places that we've had you look at a few lessons ago where people are talking about the site, about your keyword and about your industry, and putting a link there. The easiest ones of those to do that in is forums and blogs. Forums, just add to the discussion and put the link in. Blogs, comment on something and include the link. They'll generally show up, and boom, you have a link with the anchor text that you need. The other way to do it is to use Twitter and Facebook. Now, many of you might not want to use your core Facebook account or your core Twitter account because you're going to create 100 of these and you don't want to get them mixed up, or you want to be private as a person yourself. That's fine. We recommend that you create a persona, like a pen name, right? George Eliot wasn't actually George Eliot. That's okay. Make a pen for yourself, set up an account on Facebook and Twitter, and then definitely on your wall, on posts to other people's walls, when you tweet and get followers, tweet that link, and it will help you get juice back to that original site.
And you can also, for your persona, do something like when we were talking about Emily's Cupcakes website, do I Love Cupcakes Facebook page or fan page, so that people that love cupcakes too and are interested in that are going to be joining, being your friend and being on your social networking site because they're interested in the same thing, so they're more likely to visit your site.
Exactly. You can create the page. You can also contribute to other pages. So if there's pages related to baking that allow for public discussion, you might be able to put a link there and
maybe
put
you
it
could
on.
do a cupcake recipe.
You do need on a regular basis to create links. We're going to go ahead and show you an example of that now. So we've just shown you how to do a level 1 link from a forum, blog, one of the easier places to do it. There is a way to do level 2. We only recommend you do it if you feel confident enough. Practice makes perfect, so with a bit of level 1 you might be ready to start level 2.
Try level 1 a few times and get used to it, and after a few times it'll feel like driving a car.
Yeah. Level 2 is a little harder, but it generally gets you better results. One of the things that we think works really well is to find a site that maybe doesn't normally have an easy way for you to put a link, especially on a high PR page on that site.
Page rank, in quotes.
Right. But if you can find the contact us, you might be able to get a hold of the webmaster. If you call up the webmaster and agree to swap links, or maybe to pay a little bit, or since you're in the same industry, maybe you can find some bartering to help you out and have convince the webmaster to put on their home page, on the highest PR page, a backlink that'll give you lots and lots of juice. Don't hesitate to use the phone.
You have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. All they can say is no. And then what have you lost? You never had anything to begin with. So you might as well give it a shot. Another thing that is useful is to create a video. This is level 2, but we're not going to actually show you how to make a video. If you know how to do it, make the video. Make sure that the embed code includes your keyword in the alt tag. If you don't know how to do that, don't worry about making a video now. But if you do know how to do it, include it in the alt tag and subscribe it to YouTube, as well as put it on your site.
And YouTube has a very high value with Google, so when you have a video, a lot of times if there's not a lot of competition, your video could even pop up on the first page of Google.
Which is wonderful. So that's another excellent level 2 way of getting really good traffic, is actually getting it from your video source.
And you could talk about say you're doing it for Emily's Cupcakes, you could talk about maybe do a demo for a cupcake, how to make cupcakes, and then talk about your site and say, hey guys, if you like this video, visit my site at www.emilyscupcakes.com.
Exactly. Now level 3, we're not going to show in this course. We don't recommend you do it at first because it can mess things up if you don't know how to do it right, but we're going to mention them briefly just so that you have an understanding of maybe where you could go in a course after this. And if you're interested in maybe doing one of our courses, that would be great. One of them is article syndication. One of them is video syndication. One of them is press release link wheels and link wheels in general. All of these things are more advanced. We're not going to explain to you how to do them, but I thought we would just give you a little taste of the more advanced stuff so that you might whet your appetite once you've practiced level 1 and level 2 backlinking. The good thing is if you've picked a gold star keyword from Keyword Blueprint, you don't need to do level 3 backlinking in order to rank. Level 3 backlinking is for very competitive terms. So don't worry about it. You don't really need to know how to link for that level, but someday you'll get really advanced, we're hoping, and when you're gurus, maybe you can teach level 3 marketing. So we thought we'd whet your appetite a bit. Your homework for tonight?
Should you choose to accept the challenge?
2 backlinks to your site.